Hey everyone, it's Christina Louise. I'm back again with your Thriver's Guide to Making Life Work for You. Today is December the 2nd of 2019. We're headed into a new decade in just a few short weeks, and we just cycled through and began a new moon cycle last week. So this is a great time to set new intentions, to get your energy right. Remember to ask yourself, am I grounded? Am I centered? You don't have to do anything other than that. The moment you think those thoughts, the moment those words are consciously expressed, whether that's in your head or through your mouth, your body will automatically start to ground and start to center, okay? It's so important, especially this week, that you guys stay grounded and stay centered as often as possible. I'm gonna give you a couple of tools to make that super easy for you today. So we're gonna start by putting our hand on our heart. When you make skin to skin contact, it's gonna send a message to your brain to start releasing happy chemicals and happy hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, because the calmer you are, the clearer you can be, right? Solutions do not exist on the same plane as your problems do. All right, so it's important, if a problem has you all worked up, overwhelmed, and frustrated, or disappointed, or feeling guilty or angry, that you calm down as quickly as possible, because that's where your solutions, where you can actually are available to receive solutions to your problems, okay? So speaking of problems, our tip this week, I'm going to be talking to you about specifically in relationships with your partner, maybe in a marriage, or it could be a relationship with an employer or with your home, okay? And so what Spirit alerted me to this week for you guys is to talk to you about what happens in your body when you feel like you're about to lose everything, right? When you feel like a relationship is going nowhere or you're gonna lose everything, all right? And so Spirit wants me to remind you to not worry. Worry will never help you solve a problem. It stresses you out. It puts unhappy hormones and chemicals into your bloodstream. It tightens your muscles. It creates tension, anxiety, depression. You end up seeking out relief, usually in unhealthy ways. We tend to overdrink, oversmoke, overspend, make crappy decisions when we're not feeling good, right? Oprah likes to say, when you're feeling better, you can do better, right? And that's so true. And that's really the message of the week, is that when you're feeling better, you can access the solutions there are to every single problem. Now, I know that when you turn on the news, or you watch movies, or you hear other people talk, there's a lot of doom or gloom and how people lose everything, and we see all this poverty and this homelessness, and we worry that that's what's going to happen to us. And I want to make sure that you're aware that the universe has a very delicate balancing system. Okay, and everything really does happen for a reason. So if you're experiencing a moment in your life where you're afraid that you're going to lose something very valuable to you, like a relationship or your home or your job, the caution is to calm down as quickly as possible, to get grounded, to get centered, because that's where your solutions exist. And I also want to remind you of all the times in your life before this current problem, where you thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose everything. I don't know what I'm going to do. And, it's sometimes even at the last minute, the solution comes in, right? What's real cannot be broken. So if that's the right job for you, nobody can sabotage. Nobody can take away from you what is yours. Okay, that's our second message of the week. If it's yours, it's yours. Like your husband, your wife has their name tattooed on your heart. Trust me, I know that from my own personal experience. What's real cannot be broken. If that's the right job for you, if that's the right partner for you, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's really important that you stay in tune with the truth in your heart. Do you really love that job? Is that person really the person's name on your heart? Or are you holding out in fear for security or something like that? So it's just really important that you get honest with yourself and you open up to this idea that what's yours will always come to you, that nobody can take away anything that is truly yours. Relationships are preordained, jobs are preordained, nothing happens by accident in this entire universe. And if you are confused about that, I encourage you to just watch the Nature Channel for a while and just see how perfectly synced and in balance and in harmony everything is. There's nothing ever wasted in this universe. It's always recycled into a greater new form of life. Everything just works so perfectly in millions and zillions of ways. It's very easy to see that there is no accidents, okay? The other thing I want to say to you is that there's always 3 solutions to any problem, so stay open to that. You don't have to believe anything I'm sharing with you, but if you stay open to it, you'll start to receive proof of the truth over the next few days. And it's just a decision to say, you know what, maybe that sounds too good to be true, but wouldn't it be nice if there really were always 3 solutions? And then make the decision to, I'm gonna stay open to that, and just kind of hang out in the I don't know long enough until you can get some proof. Okay. The other thing I want to say to you guys about this is that sometimes we have to wait until what they call the 11th hour, right? So sometimes it looks like, oh my God, it's not going to happen. I got this bill due, or, you know, we're filing divorce on this day, and you're already freaking out about it 2 weeks before it even the deadline, right? You're freaking out about it 2 days before the deadline. Like, don't do that. Like, hang out, stay honest, like stay optimistic, stay open-minded, keep staying calm. Like, it's not over until it's over. And sometimes due dates get changed and miracles happen, and literally people come through or change their mind at the very last minute. So don't think you know it all. Don't think you've got it all figured out, unless what you have figured out is that the universe is always providing for you, and what's real cannot be broken, and what's yours will always come to you. Keep going with that, because that feels good. But any thought that limits you, that causes contractions in your chakra system, that drains your energy, is not for you. You have to find a way to let that go. And if you're curious about how to forgive thoughts like that and keep yourself at a high frequency, right now I am offering complimentary mini holiday readings where I actually can share that with more information with you about that. So if you're interested, definitely, or like wherever you're seeing this, just get a hold of me. There's contact information either in the email I sent you, or on the social media channel, or on YouTube, wherever you're seeing this. Just make sure that you send us a private message, and we'll see if you're eligible for one of those sessions, okay? All right, and the other thing I want to say is just relax, relax, relax. No matter what's going on around you, always relax, because calmness creates clarity. Right? Like I was saying earlier, like if problems are at a lower frequency, solutions are at a higher frequency. And if you don't know what that means, ask me in the comments, or send me an email and ask me, and I'll answer it in one of my next videos. So if you're down here in guilt and overwhelm and disappointment and fear, you're never going to be able to access the solutions that are up here. You have to release, 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 get back to calmness, get back to hope, get back to open-mindedness, because that's where all of your solutions are. Okay, this universe is all about vibrations and frequencies. The rich get richer because they already feel rich, so they attract rich. The poor get poorer, and poor is a state of mind. It's not numbers in a bank account. Okay, poor is a state of mind. The poor get poorer because they think poor, they act poor, they talk poor, they hang out with poor-minded people, so they just keep getting the same thing that they're putting out. Okay, so that doesn't have to be true for you. When you have tools and you have techniques and you have a coach and you have support or a spiritual leader like me in your life, we can keep you at a high frequency, and you will see doors open and miracles take place literally every single day in your life. The last thing that I want to say to you is just to kind of break it down a little bit simpler for you. When you choose to relax, when you choose to get calm, when you choose to get grounded and present and stay that way 51% of the day, that's when the inspiration comes. That's when the solution comes. Okay, so just want to make sure that you guys are really clear on that. All right, this was your Thriver's Guide to making life work for you. We're not here to just survive. You're going to survive no matter what. You know, like I said, everything's preordained, everything runs in cycles. You're not going to die before you're supposed to die. You're not going to become homeless unless that would be creating value for you. And I highly doubt that if you're listening to me here, that could help you. Okay, in your soul's evolution, you're probably beyond that point in your soul's evolution. So really, you have nothing to worry about. Like I said, there's always solutions. And if you want to apply for one of those holiday readings, they're valued at $297. Get a hold of me, and we'll find out if you qualify. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.